In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a Halloween entryway display for your home using your Cricut. To get started, we're going to cut our materials. First, I'm cutting Cricut Premium Vinyl in white. This portion will become the cobweb and the spider. And then I'm going to cut and score the paper using a scoring stylus. I'm using Cricut Craft Board paper in black, and this will become the bats. Then when you're all finished cutting and scoring, carefully remove your materials from the mat and weed the vinyl. Alright, so now that everything is finished cutting, I wanted to show you guys what the cobweb looks like a little bit closer up. So since I have a giant chalkboard, I wanted to create the cobweb to also be really large in size. And as you probably know, our Cricuts can only cut 23.5 inches long and 11.5 inches wide. So all I did was I placed my design, the cobweb, into Design Space, and obviously it was one piece then. And what I did is I sliced the image in Design Space, and that basically just cut it in half. And so now I have two pieces to the cobweb, and when I go and line it up on my chalkboard, I'll place this top piece first, and then I'll just line the bottom piece up to it, and it'll line up perfectly. And then I'll take my spider and I will place him, I'm not sure which little strand he'll hang from, but I'll have it hang from one of these strands as well. Now I'm applying transfer tape to the vinyl. I like to start at one end of the vinyl and carefully work my way down to prevent any wrinkles or air bubbles. Then use a scraper tool to burnish the vinyl onto the tape, and then carefully remove the paper backing from the vinyl. Now I'm going to apply the vinyl to my chalkboard. Remember, I cut the vinyl in 3 large chunks, so I'm going to start with the one that goes in the corner of my chalkboard. I'm going to place it on the chalkboard and then use my scraper tool to help adhere it to the board. And then once it's stuck well, I'm going to slowly remove the transfer tape. As we go throughout this process, make sure to push down any vinyl that may have come up or been moved in the process. Now we're going to apply the second chunk of vinyl to our design. To do this, I'm simply lining up the edges of the cobweb and repeating the same steps. And then we'll do the same exact thing to the spider as well. Now we're going to attach the bats to the board. I'm using some strong masking tape to apply them. So you'll need to fold your bat along the crease line that the scoring stylus made, and then roll up a chunk of the masking tape and stick it on the back of your bat, and then stick it on the chalkboard. And then the last thing I'm doing is just rubbing some chalk around the designs and blending it in. As I was applying the bats and touching the board, the oil from my fingers was actually rubbing off on the board, so I'm just going to rub some chalk over it. And there you have it, a Halloween themed entryway. I love how big of a statement this makes in my house, but also how inexpensive it was to make with my Cricut. All I used was vinyl and craft board. If you want to make this project too, I've included a link to the free project in the description of the video. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and hit subscribe to our channel for more Cricut DIYs.